Hi everyone, it's Wendy, Alane, Wright, the Hollywood Talent Manager, just saying hi. I had such a great weekend this weekend, so relaxing, laid by the pool all day yesterday, all day today. My husband and I just went to a hotel and relaxed, and gosh, we needed it because we've been working hard. And it was really hot today, so it was a really great way to spend the weekend. And I had several Skype calls, which I really enjoy doing. I talked to a guy from France who's a producer there. He produces music videos and commercials, and he's worked with Britney Spears and Pharrell and Lady Gaga and Rihanna, all kinds of people. And he wants to know how to break into the LA film market. So I was happy to talk to him about how to do that. Then I talked to an actor who just graduated from the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York. He's making a move out here to LA, so we discussed how we should do that. And then I talked to this really wonderful mother and daughter. They already have a manager. They already have a top agent at AEF. And they had some concerns that they were not getting enough attention from their manager. They didn't have good communication with their manager, and they wanted to know what they could do about that, and a lot of other things that I talked to them about and made very clear to them. But what was interesting to me is that this kid, who's 17 years old, who is signed to a top agency, after we talked for an hour, she said, her and her mother said that I told them things that she had never been informed of by her manager. And that happens, you know. Not everybody is as informative and communicative as they probably should be. And sometimes if your manager is not communicating with you and you're not on the same page, it's time to sit down and talk to your manager and say, listen, I really value you and I appreciate everything that you're doing for me. I'd like to get on the same page about this, this, and this. And what can we do to, maybe discuss how you're submitting me or this and that. Be very, very gracious. Be very kind. Don't burn any bridges. But I want to tell you a couple of things you may not know. You are allowed to ask your manager for a copy of the submissions report that they get from Breakdown Services. And you can also ask the manager to ask the agent. If you want to find out what you've been submitted on, every single actor has a talent report to let you know what you've been submitted on throughout the last 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. So, you have a right to ask for that. You might not get it. And I want you to understand how agents and managers think. Agents and managers are very... they will drop you if they don't like your attitude with them. So always come at them from a place of gratitude and thanks. And if you have an agent that's not getting you out enough, every actor says that. Sometimes you might get out once a week. Sometimes you might get out twice a month. It's the very big agencies with a lot of clout that can get you out much more often. And until you really build your resume and contacts with casting directors and your demo reel, and you've got lots of work experience on your resume, you may not be able to get a top agent that can get you out more often. So be grateful for every single audition you get. Don't start telling your agent, that you're not going to be available for that and you don't want to audition for that and why aren't they getting you out more. That kind of attitude and that kind of energy just makes them not want to work for you at all. So remember, they're working for you to get you a job, and anything they do, you should be grateful for. Now, if your agent isn't getting you out at all in 6 months or a year, you're with the wrong agent. You're wasting time. If they're not getting you out a couple times a month, you really need to move on, okay? And your manager should be someone that you can have a really good communication with, someone that you can talk to honestly about what you feel. I knew this girl who was, I met her on a film that I did, and she had lost 100 pounds. And every time she went to an audition, the agent kept sending her out on these plus-size roles, and she would come back and say, but look, I lost 100 pounds, so please stop submitting me on these plus-size roles. And she'd go back to the next audition and be all plus-size again. So something wasn't clicking in the agent's ears, Sometimes they don't hear you. They just go about their agenda. If that's happening and they don't understand what you're saying, you can switch agencies. But I want you to switch if you really are coming up against a wall. You've sat down, you've talked to them, you've asked them, you've been very gracious and very grateful, and you thank them for everything they've done for you. And then you say, and by the way, I'd like to get on the same page about this thing here. And then you have that conversation. And if they still don't get it, then maybe it's time to switch to another manager or agent. And always remember to thank your agent. Every time you book something, I'm telling you, you really should send them a thank you card or stop by the office with a bag of, chocolates or fruit or some flowers or something. You want to make them feel good. I know it's their job, but grateful clients, when people do something nice for you or a thank you, you really remember that. And those kind of moments can warm the hearts of your agent or manager, and that will benefit you because they'll put more time and energy into your career and they'll think about you more often. So that's just a little tip about how to get out of your relationship with your manager. Talk about those problems first before you just leave. And if you can't work it out, find someone else. Okay? That's it for now. See you later.